one's genuinely pretty clever.
It is.
I do like
that. You could like seriously like lay that out and be like, "Did you know this?" And people would be like, "Yeah, no, I did. What? No." And then you could
present
slide in that
as like a scientific fact, and then just really hammer it home. Yeah. What's even funnier is we were about to start, and we were so solid, and we were so good after like last week having technical issues. And you looked good, and I looked good, and we sounded good. And then I said, "Okay, we're good. We good." And on the second, in between the second and the third, we good, my computer died because I had forgotten to plug it back in, like the motherfucker I am.
And now we're looking like this. So,
and you know what? It's because we do this for fun, and I haven't been able to justify upgrading my system to either one of us, really, to do something that we don't get paid for, because we're just having fun.
We are, and we're just two writers that want to play with each other. That sounds so wrong, but it's true.
But it's true.
But it is true. We found some things that we want to write with each other and play, and they happen to be games. And look at what we're on now. This journey with two listeners. Hi, Grandma.
No, we have more.
Oh, okay.
For the people who do show up, thanks for coming back to the Elder Elves. Welcome back. Today is like a fun little wrap-up episode of Dungeons and Dragons, which we've been doing a semi-how-to of. We've been very skimming over the top. We haven't really gone deep dive. But it's just basic people or people who just want to talk about it. That's been
we've been just kind of casually discussing it, I guess. It really, like, if you are looking to play the game, like, in any particular way, we're not here telling you how to. We're here just giving you, like, the broad basics of it, and telling you, remember, it's a game, and games are meant to be fun. And if you're not having fun, then don't play it, or find other people that make you have fun,
Well, there's plenty of like how-to. There's plenty of how-to things out there. You don't need another how-to. This is just us with our thoughts about the individual things that are going on within the world of Dungeons and Dragons.
And there's a lot of changes coming. Like, if you want to, do you hear that? That is someone saying there are. But there are a lot of like
are those the changes being delivered via UPS to your door right now?
Right now.
Right now.
That's the howls of change. Okay. But there are things changing in the D&D world. Creators that a lot of people have been watching are moving into their own brand and their own style of play, their own home brewing, their own new gaming systems. You can watch, honestly, go on YouTube. You can pull Dimension 20. You can pull Critical Role. Those are the two big major ones, but there's so many other ones that are out there if you're interested in.
Also, I recently started listening to the Glass Cannon podcast, which is technically Pathfinder, but those two have a lot of like similar genetic makeup in them, and it's really good too. So don't sleep on the Glass Cannon podcast, because I didn't realize that they were out there, and I didn't hear them, and I love them.
I also like Transplanar RPG.
Yeah, that one's good too.
And they're like all transgender. They're people of color, like dark fantasy stuff. It's super. It's so good. It is good. They have just such a great storytell, and they also talk to you about, if you want to, if you are in a group, like you have your own group of friends and are saying, oh, I want to do a live play. I think we're interesting enough, or our story are fun enough, or I think that we're whatever enough to throw our ring in our hat.
Throw a ring in our hat. I
That's
can't
right.
carry the hat, Mr. Frodo, but I can
I
carry
can
you.
carry the ring. Oh, look at you! And look, it just said the host unmuted your mic.
Oh, whoops.
Wow! Wow!
I muted you. I didn't mean to mute you.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, I wasn't muted this whole time.
No, you weren't. You were not.
Okay. But anyway, so what thoughts do you have about everything? As a DM, as a player.
I was thinking about this, and one of the major things that we didn't really touch on or get into is sort of the fact that a lot of people I have heard of or been with or played with, or myself, to be quite frank, really use playing games like this as a sort of pseudo therapy kind of session, where they can go in and be somebody else, either deal with like their issues or issues that that they've had, or that they want to kind of work out in a different way as somebody who is not themselves. So this is an opportunity to go in and just be somebody without I don't know if fear is the right word, or maybe just like disassociate yourself from dealing with the emotions or identity that you're looking at and kind of processing. So I know a lot of people have gone into it as kind of that sort of therapy kind of mentality. And I completely agree with it, and I think it's an awesome way to do it. I think it's an awesome thing to kind of experiment with, and it allows you to make mistakes and to emotionally deal with stuff that maybe you're either not ready with, or maybe that you don't know how to process.
Yeah, I would say if you're using it in that kind of way, make sure you're playing with safe people.
Yes.
Make sure that you guys are communicating and that you have proper communication elements in place if you are using it for like a deeper therapy like that. I know people that play to just escape from, just like, it's like playing sports or doing something of that level. Sorry, the music is amazing right now. It is like so intense for no reason.
Oh, that's funny because you don't normally get to hear it when we're talking, right?
No, and I'm like dying because it's like, I'm like, oh my god, this is like intense.
No, I know. You're so right.
It's so tonally not appropriate. But I love it. Please leave it.
I forget that you don't normally hear it because you plug in a different way, so you don't normally get to hear the background music.
Not usually, and this is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. This is a gift.
It makes it different.
It does. It makes it like I feel like we should be really intense talking about this. But oh my god. But even like during COVID and stuff, like I didn't get to run my game because we were being so safe, and I didn't even think about doing anything online until one of my friends said, "Oh yeah, my best friend is running games. You should join, and you should join him." And I was like, "Oh, I don't really know him, but okay." I was like really nervous about it. But watching how he handled DMing through Zoom was like really like a game changer for me in terms of like being able to play with my group. Um, I didn't do it through Zoom, but I got everybody via like Facebook, the Facebook chat and stuff. I was able to link people in that way, and had clear picture and could run the video for a long time. I didn't have to pay a service. Like I could just do that. And then if you get timed out, you just recall, log back in. And you could party chat actually. So you can actually add the group chat and everybody can jump in. So, so that was great. That was a great thing. And so, but yeah, playing during the COVID times was like so beneficial to a lot of people's mental health, and it was a good run, 100%. And we got to play together.
Yeah, we got to play together. We knew each other from before, but not really.
No, not like that. We didn't learn about our like brother-sister relationship, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Until we were two elves choking each other out in the middle of the Underdark
slap fight.
Yeah, when no one, when everyone's like, "Oh, you have a cursed item," which was beneficial, supposed to be kind of beneficial, but I kept rolling ones. Like, you're only supposed to roll like a one once in a while, so it's like, "Oh, you have this magic item, but if you roll a one, this bad thing happens." I'm like, listen, it's like me rolling a one.
Yeah.
I critted 3 times in a row.
Yep.
And I was like, you could go 2 ways, either really mad or, which I went, this is amazing, fucking, can we get a 4th one in there? Can we get 5, right? I'm like, there's something wrong with my dice. I think they're cursed. But, it was such a positive thing, and you can, like, maybe you'll meet your brother-sister relationship out there.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, you and I probably wouldn't have really ever hung out because you live on the opposite end of Massachusetts that I do.
That's true.
And
yep. You can tell by the flannel.
You can tell by the flannel. Like, it's so hard for us to clear our schedules in a way that we can hang out with each other and get around by doing this, jumping online and playing. Like, it just makes it a lot smoother and a lot easier, and you can just zip on, zip off. So yeah, like, also, maybe it's not going to happen right away, finding your best like D&D friends, or maybe it will, who knows, but don't hang all your coats on one hanger. Just feel it out, let it happen organically. And if you feel comfortable airing your dirty laundry as a pretend character in this game with people that you're playing with, that's awesome. Like, that's great. Also, it's just a game. Like, just play it like just a game. Don't make it anything more than it needs to be, because that's where you lose the fun, basically. Or whatever it is you're playing for. Some people are playing for like, actually different reasons than just like having fun, and that's okay. But don't lose sight of the fact that it's still a game.
Yeah.
And don't I would highly caution people to keep the squabbles or the tense feelings inside the characters, inside the games. Don't bring it outside and translate that to your friend that you're playing with, because that shouldn't be what's going on. This should be something that you guys enjoy playing.
Yeah, I mean, you can get frustrated with how your friends play. Like, there's definitely a couple times where I was like, I'm going to strangle Colin.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sure.
I'm like, I'm gonna strangle him so hard. But then I was like, but after it, I'd be like, all right, it's fine, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just, I'll get him back. I'll get him. I will figure it out. I will get him. And I just had to like not let that kind of like, oh, why is this character doing that? I had to go into like okay, well, how am I reacting versus my character? And my reaction is, fucking this guy. What would my character do? Would she react kind of similarly? And she would actually quite similarly end up going that way, or she would just be like, thunder wave him, or
yeah, we just kept thunder waving each other.
Thunder wave each other, and it didn't work. We kept saving.
Yep.
I mean,
which was amazing. I loved it. That was one of my favorite times.
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorites. But that's one thing we never really got into either, like the combat, the spell stuff. Combat with creatures and the creature ratings and all that stuff. It can be complicated. You can overcomplicate it too.
Spell stuff especially is real like nitty gritty kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Crunchy.
Really, yeah, it's real crunchy. It's fun. It's really cool, and it's not as hard as you think it is. But it's still crunchy. Yeah,
you have to be really paying attention to your spell slots. You also have to be really paying attention to like if you're reading it a certain way, and there's like a verbal semantic. I never did that stuff. I always made sure all the spells I took were all instant. I had none that had like a verbal or like very little, very minimal that had a verbal or whatever. I just wanted it instant because I didn't want to have to get silence and not be able to do stuff. So don't worry, the combat it takes a while to get used to. And you know what? Do what I did. Drop a giant creature on your team if you're a DM. Realize, like, put an NPC there. See what happens in one round.
Yeah.
With your NPC at their level versus that creature that's supposed to be a little bit beefier. And if it murders your NPC in one move, don't use it. Maybe you're like, this is a baby, and smush it down. You don't. Some people be like, no, TPK, total party kill, but you don't have to do that.
I'm not super precious about my character dying. I actually think when it's handled right. And so, I mean, full disclosure, I have not had a character die like permadeath. I have not had to draw up a new character mid-game or mid-campaign, whatever. Regardless of the fact that I tried really hard to get my character dead. I tried so hard to kill that character, and people just
tried to kill your character.
Yeah, everybody did. I tried to give him like a good death. He was ready. His story arc was good, but people kept shoving diamonds up his butt and bringing him back to life. Like,
I never did. I was like, let him die. Let him go.
Nobody let me have the death, which is fine. But
he's now in hell or something.
Yeah, he's a Duke of Hell. Probably still is. Don't be so precious about your character that them dying is enough to make you leave the game. Yeah. Mourn them, let them go through the stages of grief with them, and then just get yourself a new character, because that's really fun too. And typically, you probably just need to start at whatever level everybody else is in, to be frank.
Yeah. Though, you know what? I did see... sorry, my cat is, like, harassing me. I did see, for paper, I did see online people talking about that particular thing, like, if a character dies. and they make a new character, what level do you bring them back at? And there was a bunch of DMs that were like, oh, they have to be lower because they're just starting out. Why do they have to be lower?
They don't.
They don't have to be. They don't have to be. Oh well, the players don't feel like they, earned it. How do you know that this character hasn't gone through a similar journey on the back end and just showed up and this is where they're at now?
Nobody likes level 1 through 3, okay? Nobody likes level 1 through 3.
Though they're fun. No, I mean, level 1 through 3 is nice in terms of, like, getting to know the voice of your character, if that's what you want to do. I mean, there are people that literally will roll up a character and be like, I don't care. I'm playing a turtle god. Like, yeah, he likes pasta, and he plays a banjo. He's pretty chill. I don't give a fuck. He destroys nations. I don't care. Yeah. He actually sounds like he's a pasta lord. Who knows?
Awesome.
And he plays banjo. He's like, I'm just a turtle. But, there are some people that just don't, they're wash and wear, because they're not invested in that element. And that's okay. You don't have to make a character and be like, I have a whole lineage for them and a backstory and 3 other backstories to their backstory and their grandmamas. So you don't have to do that. You could literally, like, I created a character that was, that I didn't get to play and I really wanted to. That was a kobold dentist. But by kobold dentist, I mean he was just a kobold. He had a little knapsack, like one of those stocking caps. And he had a little name tag that said, I am dentist, but the dentist was spelled backwards and not spelled correct. And he was a cleric, but he wasn't like a good cleric. He was a grave cleric.
Grave clerics are cool. Grave clerics are fun.
So you think he's like, oh, I'm here to help and get in there and brush your teeth or whatever. But like, I think I had his intelligence and wisdom pretty low. Like, they were my dump stats, so, because I was like, I don't care. But he's a cleric, whatever, who cares? So he's like trying to check out your teeth, and he just thinks you, like, they look all good, or they need to be pulled all the time, or whatever. I didn't get to play him, and I was really bummed out by it.
Yeah. Couple things I wanted to say as we are kind of like wrapping up, because I want so we're probably going to stream some games after this, because this is our wrap up and that's usually what we do. I think we should play Portal Nights, and I think we should have people make suggestions about what to build as structures in Portal Nights. So if you are listening, give us a suggestion. Go on anywhere. It's just the 2 of us. We'll see it. Go on any of social media. The Elder Elves, TLFS. Make a suggestion about what we should build in Portal Nights. If you want to. If you got any ideas. And then we'll stream it and we'll play it. Because I think that would be fun. The games we pretty much only stream to Twitch. This system that we use here, which quite frankly, I think we're going to look for a different streaming service that branches out to all the different places that we branch out, because I'm not super happy with this one, and I'm not going to name names, but I don't like it. It doesn't seem to work for us. Yeah,
I mean, I did have a good one prior, and they're pretty good. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But yeah, we'll stream games. Those will go to Twitch. Subscribe to us there, The Elder Elves. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Like us on Facebook or Instagram. If TikTok's still around, go there and follow us on there. We don't post a whole bunch. Sorry if that's your thing, but we're both very busy.
We haven't. Well, and to be fair, we haven't, like, so for TikTok content, when we're actually doing writing projects together, that's when we're That's when we're posting stuff.
More
So you
interesting.
saw a lot about, you saw a bunch of stuff on Tether. We are
Tether
going to
was
be
easier to
playing,
do 'cause story.
way easier. We have a bunch of games like that, similar as their journaling or whatever, 2-player journaling. There's 3-player ones that I thought would be interesting too, if we want to find another writer that we want to pull in with us. But after we're done doing this session of Portal Knights, which if you don't know what it is, it's basically Minecraft plus a role-play game. It's definitely geared for kids. We like it because we're children. But it's awesome. It's pretty fun. I play it with my nephews. I got my nephews into it. I love it. Like I like that kind of crafty stuff. But we're going to be playing a game with Michelle Chamuel, who's a musician. Some people may know her that is listening. Some people do not. But she is an indie artist. She also goes as the Reverb Junkie. I wrapped her up into playing this game called Contact. By Jay Stratman, and it should be pretty interesting, pretty different, very, very different kind of content. We also have, I'm sorry, did you say Street Magic, that I kind of pitched to another writer as well that I know, and she was like, oh, that sounds nice. But there's some other people that are musicians and some artists and stuff that I was going to reach out to and see if they wanted to do a little creative city build later on too. So we got some stuff in the pipeline, guys, and stick with us.
We're gonna find a better distribution service for our stream, because we have a lot of cool people who like might come on and who want to come on, like Michelle and everything like that. So we want to do them justice. I would also love. You and I have tossed back the idea of streaming sort of like a limited run campaign. Actual characters and story, and I would love to do that. I think I miss playing. I haven't played in a long time, and I miss playing, and I would just love to do that. So so we're gonna tweak some things behind the scenes a little bit. We're gonna stream. If you have any idea what you want us to build in Portal Knights, give it to us. If you want to do it in a some sort of confining manner, like in a certain amount of minutes or something like that, sure, why not? Make it hard for us.
Who builds a better house in like 5 minutes or something with whatever we got,
I think that'd be awesome.
No, but remember, guys, it's a child's game, so no dicks.
Sure. I feel like that was very pointed towards me.
I'm pretty sure in one of the worlds we built at one point. Yes. Yep.
100%. There was a giant dick in there.
1,000%. I made like a carpet, a giant red carpet.
Big old dog. So we're gonna do that. Subscribe to us, watch us, all those things. You can find me. I'm a voice actor and a writer. You can find me on colincarlton.com. You can find me Colin Carlton VO all over the place. Some things I'm more active on than others, but that's okay. And then Miranda's cat doesn't have any social media that I'm aware of, but you're constantly trying to pet her on your.
I am all the time.
Where people? Who are you? Where people find you?
Obscure Abrasion and Dahlia is not together, but you'll find me as Obscure Abrasion on like everything: TikTok, Threads, where I kind of talk a little bit, and I'm almost done writing my book. So close, so close. Yeah, I think probably by end of month, I think I'll be done writing it, and then into edit phase. We'll see though. Cross fingers.
Okay, thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for hanging in there with us, however you partake. And join us next time where we're going to be some streaming stuff. So make sure to subscribe to us on Twitch and YouTube. Sure, why not? I don't know. Do all of them if you want.